Good morning, Twin Flame, Twin Souls, Soulmates, Fated Connections. This is Brainy Twin Gemini for March 11th, 2020. First and foremost, I want to thank you all so much for the love, the likes, the subs, the sense of community on our channel. It really warms my heart. And I really do want to thank you for all of your love. The other day when I went live, it was difficult, but it was time. It was time for me to show me for who I am. I don't hide behind my hands. There has been a lot of comments which I've removed off my wall saying, how do you trust somebody that doesn't show your face? The reason I don't show my face much of the time is because I don't want to take away from the messages that are meant to be delivered to you. I'm a messenger here, and I'm given signs primarily every single day, and I believe these messages and these signs and these things are messages that I need to deliver to you. So over the last 24 to 48 hours, there's been some crazy revelations, some messages that have been brought to me. And again, these readings are timeless. I deliver the messages as they're delivered to me, but it just depends on where you are in the journey. You could be, further ahead, further behind. You come to this channel for a reason, because you're meant to listen to not listen, to hear the message that's meant to be delivered to you. And so I'm going to go over the signs and things for the last 24 to 48 hours. And again, I get up every morning, primarily between 3 to 3:30, and I wake up speaking sometimes these messages, and I have to go down, ground my feet to the ground, if that makes any sense, and write these messages down. They're very powerful messages, and then I spend about probably a good couple of hours channeling all of this. Then I go meditate for about 30 minutes in an Epsom salt bath, and then even in there I get more messages, and then I have to come down and jot those ones down as well. So that's kind of the way it works. And again, thank you so much for your love the other night. I really do appreciate it. I apologize if I missed your super chats and your request for a card. It was going far too quickly. It was my first time being live, so I was just kind of trying to figure out how to navigate through the live, and now I know. So the next time I go live, I will absolutely honor everything, honor your chats. As I'm not here to make money, as many of you know, gifts are meant to be given. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm giving this gift back because I've been so blessed to have this gift. And that's what I've been instructed to do, and that's what I've been told, to give back. So I'm going to go over the signs and sayings for the last 24 to 48 hours, primarily the numbers I start with. I see these numbers every single day. I don't look for them. I just seem to glance over, and I get the numbers. One question that was asked that I wanted to answer was, if you stop seeing numbers, does that mean you're not ascending? Not necessarily. Sometimes you see the number frequencing because the universe is trying to tell you that you're perpetuating the same cycle, and they're trying to tell you that you're perpetuating the same things, and you're not hearing the message. I get the number frequencing because I'm a messenger. But some of you may be perpetuating the same cycles, and sometimes the universe may be saying to you, you need to, look around and see what's not serving you, and stop repeating those cycles. So sometimes that's why you get the numbers. Not always, and again, what resonates, resonates. What doesn't, pack it away. Usually when you endeavor this journey, you start to see number 444, and that's a sign of an awakening. And I did see, I'll go over the numbers now, 1111, 222, 333, 444, and 555. So they're all kind of in sequence there. And again, I don't look for it. And 99.9, the gas is 99.9. So 444 is a sign that you're awakening. And when I see 444 and 555 together, how I resonate those two numbers is the awakening, and then 555 is the ascension. Because we have 5 senses. We have 5 fingers. We have 5 toes. So 5 elements of our body, 2 arms, legs, a head. 5 is a very, very, very significant number as well. And when I see those two numbers aligned together on my daily endeavors, I believe that 444 is an awakening and 555 is the ascension. So you're getting to the higher sense of yourself. And it's great, and I love it. So I'm going to go over some other messages here. And again, this is what I woke up speaking this morning, primarily probably because I was researching it yesterday. I'm always hungry for knowledge because, some things happen in this journey that are not explainable. And I want explanations for everything. That's just a Gemini nature. You just, I've learned to trust the universe, and I've learned to trust that there's just some things that, you know, science or facts or whatever cannot explain. But I still am curious by nature. So one of the things I was speaking this morning was OBE, and OBE is out of body experience. And many of you, and again, not all, will go through some form of out of body experience on this journey. And I can't explain why it happens, it just happens. But I do know that in July I had an unexplainable out of body experience. I don't know what happened. My my body it happened. um, and it just came to light yesterday, actually. And I'm like, I wonder what that was all about. And so I was researching it. So the only explanation I came to at that time was um, both souls were coming out of the bodies and emerging as one, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I don't know where this stuff comes from. I seriously don't. And I'm given the knowledge when I meant to know the answers. So if you feel like you've had an out of body experience throughout this journey, then you probably have. And again, I've just given up looking for the answers. I just have to trust the universe and trust what's within me. So that's one thing there. Another message I got today is you are meant to work together with each other. Take some vitamin C. Um, This is a very profound message. So for its divine masculine is struggling to face you because of the hurt that he had caused you. But you were not ready. God would never bring the greatest love to you for no reason. I don't operate that way. But my children, you are meant to heal and come back to each other in the physical with purity and innocence. The heart needs to mend from the hurt. This is your greatest test of the love you have for yourself and the love you have for others. There are myths out there, but you are here to debunk these myths. The reason many will not come together in the physical is because they don't come up from a place of purity. God loves without condition, and so shall you. So that was the message I received this morning. I don't normally read from my journal, so I'm going to go over the energies and some revelations here. So I saw the hawks, the doves, and then yesterday I was driving to work and I saw frogs on the road. They were jumping all over the place. I have to drive through like country roads, and there's farmers fields, and the farmers fields, because the snow's melting, they're flooding. So I don't know if the frogs are in the farmers fields, but I was like, I do not want to run over the frogs. I love frogs. So I was like, wow, there's so many frogs. So spring must be in the air here in Canada. The last month has been difficult for many of you. There's been deception, there's been deceit. But over the last couple of days, the truths are coming to you. And don't always look for the truth to come to you from other people. Look at the message I received today is you are the truth, and the truth resides within you. So always come to your own truths if you're looking for answers. The truth resides within you. There's been a sense of calm, peace. I have here, you're loving unconditionally, but the message I have is love more and patience, please. And let's see what else we hear. Oh, there's a lot of bliss. There is still an element of fear. 2 songs. Offspring, you're going to go far, kid. I feel like that was my parents speaking to me this morning. And many of you on this journey are very gifted, and that's a message for you. You're going to go far, kid. And Foo Fighters, my hero. And lastly, the most bizarre thing happened while I was meditating in the bath today. So I have 3 lights in my bathroom, and one's been burnt out for about 2 months. It's still light enough, and I don't have light bulbs, and every time I go to get them, I just forget to grab them. So I'm laying there meditating, getting into that blissful state of being, and I look over to the light, and the light that's been burnt out is light. It's lit now. And I'm like, what is this? This has been burnt out for 2 months, even more. Why is it lighting up now? I have no idea. So when I'm laying there, I'm like, um, you're coming into the light. Many of you are coming into the light, and you're enlightened, and it's absolutely amazing. But some of you are going to have that light within, and the truths are going to come within, and you have this sense of enlightenment. And when you come into each other, you ignite and enlighten each other, to awaken each other. And I primarily think that's why it's called a twin flame, because you ignite that flame within, that brightness, that light within each other. So again, those are my messages. Much, much, much more. But I'm just going to flip the cards, because the cards I do out of my own entertainment, and they always resonate with my journal. And again, thank you so much for the love. I couldn't keep up the other night. So I'm going to call out to my guardian angels for 4 cards, 4 being my birth number. 4 cards, please, guardian angels. 4 cards. Numbers 4. Okay. Forgiveness. Absolutely wrote it in my journal today. Forgiveness, forgiveness, forgiveness. Tough journey. As I said, the message that was given to me is God doesn't bring this to you to take it away. That's not the way God operates, or the divine, or whomever you believe in, whatever you believe in. That's not the way that the divine works. It doesn't come in and take something away from you. The reason it's been taken away is because you have to come to a place of purity, and that's forgiveness. You go through a whole whack of challenges through this journey. You go through the anger. You go through shock. It's like losing a loved one. Grief, shock, anger, and then acceptance. But you have to forgive. And you truly have to forgive in your heart, and you have to forget. And you have to forgive the divine masculine, because that could be a potential block. They didn't do this. This wasn't an easy for them to do what they had to do. But at the end of the day, it was necessary. This is not a Cinderella story. You know, this is a tough journey. And it's not the journey you think it is, to be quite honest. Is it a love so profound and vulnerable and deep, and a most sacred bond that 2 people can share? Absolutely. But it is not a Cinderella story. It isn't. You have work to do. And as that message communicated to me this morning, many will not, because they will not come from a place of pure love. Pure love. And it's tough. It's a tough thing to do, because we live in a world, a 3D world. And you have to adapt to your surroundings. And there's people always wanting to pull you down as you ascend up higher. It's just natural. People don't understand it, so they want to pull you down. So forgive, please. Miracles. This card keeps coming out. And you see me shuffle the cards. This is a miracle. This is a gift. This is a blessing. You have been, chosen. You've been fated. You've been brought together. For many of you, this is a past life connection. You knew it. And the way you can tell is the eyes. The eyes are always a gateway to the soul. And when you look into those eyes, you just know there's something there. And, this is an absolute miracle, and you have to view it that way. It is a very tough endeavor. And you have to get over, your ego. And let that ego die and come from a place of a healthy ego of love and forgiveness. And I love it so much. Exactly what I said. Awakening. The twins come in to awaken each other. I get that number 444. Like, there's stuff I can't cheat. The shit. And many of you are awakened. You're awakened to this connection. You're awakened to yourself. And you're getting to the higher consciousness. Your senses, are opening up. Oh yeah, that's one thing I meant to mention as well, the throat chakra. I woke up with, it's weird, I wake up with these things, and then after I feel like I've cleansed myself in the bath, they go away. but there's this like weird lumpy thing in my throat. So I feel like there's communication coming, and the third eye represents, you know, or sorry, not throat, third eye, throat chakra. It's located in the throat area, and it governs the thyroid gland, lungs, vocal cords, bronchial apparatus, and metabolism. It is the center of expression, communication, and judgment. When developed, it improves our ability to communicate. So definitely communication is coming. And again, don't always look for it in the most conventional ways. The universe may be communicating with you. Ask for signs. Is this my connection? If it's your connection, the signs will come from 1 to 7 days. And lastly, this card, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And this is a reminder to you, divine feminines, that you are not ghosted. Please don't use that terminology. This is a journey of healing one's heart, loving unconditionally, healing, forgiving. There's so many things that go on with this journey. It's not ghosting, and it's not narcissism. How is it narcissism if somebody's meant to go off and heal their heart? You know, you have to trust in the divine. You have to have faith, and you have to believe what is in your heart. And if you truly dig down deep and go within, you know in your heart that the divine masculine never meant to hurt you. And you need to come from a place of forgiveness. And I love it. I love it so much. And if you keep using that word ghosted, guess what? It's not going to happen, because you're putting it out into the universe and you're manifesting that. So now I'm going to do 4 messages. Again, I will not know who the messages are for until the cards come out, because I come from a place of balance. So I feel like the divine masculine and the divine feminine need to communicate to each other. And these messages are for both. And it's strictly just energy. You interchange that energy as you navigate through the journey. So as you navigate, you take divine masculine, and then you go to divine feminine energy, and vice versa. That's what this is all about, taking on that energy. And then when you get to the end of, the journey, you have that balance of divine masculine and divine feminine energy. That's what it's about, So I'm going to call out to my guardian angels for 4 cards, please. I can't. Oh, that one didn't fall out. 2 cards, please. Two cards, please. Too many, sorry. 2 cards, please, guardian angels. I cannot. I can't. So unbelievable. Free will. We're given a gift, a miracle, a blessing, but we all have free will to do with what we please. Not everybody views this gift as a miracle, and you have free will. Both twins have free will to do whatever they please. You've been handed the most sacred, pure, rawest form of love, and you have free will to do with it whatever you please. Now, you either awaken, you ascend, you navigate the journey, or you just live in the 3D world and you stay stuck in your ego. But at the end of the day, divine masculine, divine feminine, we have free will. You've been given it, like I said, this gift. You can do with it whatever you please. And you can't control the free will of each other. That's exactly what it is, So, crazy. As I said, lessons. This is a library. She's looking at all the books. This journey is about learning lessons and not perpetuating the same cycles. And that's what I was saying about the number frequency. Sometimes the universe is telling you, look what you're doing. You're not paying attention. You need to learn your lessons. You're not learning them. When I started Endeavor, the journey, it was exactly the same for me. I wasn't learning. Wasn't learning my lessons. And then, thankfully and graciously, I've been provided a very, very sacred gift. And I'm a messenger and I'm a guide, and I'm here to navigate you through this journey, you know, and help you get to that completion. You know, as I said, there's a lot of myths out there. There's a lot of people saying, you know, this, you're not meant to come into physical unity. You're not meant to awaken each, like there's so much myth. But I'm here, as you can tell, as a messenger from, I'm saying from God, I'm getting these messages every day. And to debunk it, you know, you're meant to learn lessons. You know, I was on a trip last year, and it was raining and it was a little slippery, and where I was in Dominican, all the steps were ceramic tile. And I really wasn't paying attention, and I fell down a full flight of ceramic tile stairs, like a full flight, right from the first all the way down, probably 20 stairs. And I was like, what the frick was that? And I swear, you know, that I was pushed down those stairs somehow. And when I got to the bottom, I was like, someone just pushed me down the stairs. And they pushed me down the stairs because I was meant to wake the freak up. And thinking about it now, I don't even know how I survived. But I did. And that was another message too when I woke up. Be careful of the stairs. I don't know why I get these messages. But yeah, lessons. Go within. Go deep within. Your truths are deep within you. The truths will come when they're meant to come. The knowledge comes when it's meant to come. But it always comes within yourself. Go within you. No one can tell you if this is your journey. No one can tell you if you're coming into physical unity. No one can do that but you. The truth resides within you. It resides in your heart. And you always have to have faith, and you always have to have trust in you. So go within. Exactly what I was saying, signs and sayings. 11:11. I've been seeing 11:11 a lot. 11:11 is, you know, when I first started this journey, I saw it every single day when I was in Punta Cana. Like, it was just crazy. And I'm like, what the freak is this? Because you know, I didn't understand it. I'm like, why is it every single day I'm seeing this freaking number? So when I got back from vacation, I just kind of let it go, but it kept going and going and going and going and going and going. And then that's when I started researching. There's something's being communicated to me here, and I got to figure this out, right? And when you embark on this journey, you see the signs and you see the sayings, and it may not necessarily always be 11:11. It could be just synchronicities, you know, and you know, you seeing, you know, the same, I don't know, car every day, or you know, same type of car, same color, something, a vehicle that your twin drives, something. You know, and that's the universe telling you and pushing you and nudging you, you know, and telling you, okay, yep, what you're thinking that is in your heart is truly what is in your heart. And sometimes that's what happens. You get the signs and sayings. So that's that. Now I'm going to do 4 cards of what the overall energy as of now. We live in the now. We don't live in the past. We don't live in the future. If you do, you're robbing yourself of the precious time of now. And the past is meant to teach you lessons. So that lessons card there, you know, look to your past sometimes, and look to see what you've done in the past, and you'll learn many lessons from the past. So there's 4 cards. Yeah. I cannot. Ugh. All right. Oh yeah, that's one thing I had in there. Move more. Stuck. Some of you are stuck. And again, primarily ego here. I've got that fear. So there's some fear still. There's fear of letting go. There's fear of movement. There's just a little element of fear right now. But one thing I did get this morning was the courage is coming. You know, it's again, it's go within and seek your truths within. They'll come to you when they're meant to come to you. Nature, it's so crazy how this card came out, because I was out in nature, and then this morning I'm like, go hug a tree. And then I'm like, what would the neighbors think if I'm outside hugging this tree, you know? But it helps you ground yourself. Getting out into nature grounds your vibrational frequency. It's natural. Nature, natural. They kind of go hand in hand. So get out into nature, get some sunlight, hug a tree, feel the ground. That is the beauty of the world that we live in. It's nature, frequency, you know? Get out there and get some nature. Butterfly, rebirth, resurrection. These truths are coming to you and you're rebirthing. And that old, ways and the lessons you've learned, that is, your death, and the rebirth is imminent. And a lot of the Mercury retrograde, the full moon, all of that stuff is causing you to rebirth within, awaken, get to that blissful enlightenment, that light bulb that came on. I don't know. I don't know why this stuff happens, but I'm pretty sure they're messages that I need to deliver to you. Like I said, this stuff cannot be cheated. I do this for my own entertainment. I don't need these cards. I don't. I can just strictly read out of my journal. But that was one of the things that I said, and I'm going to repeat that message because I feel like it says, truth. Sometimes you are the truth, and the truth resides within you. So again, the truth always comes within you. Don't listen to others. The truth comes within you, and be careful who you listen to as well. And be careful who, you trust. Because as you get to a higher sense, people don't understand. They want to pull you back down. Because they want that old person back, and they're not doing it out of malicious intent. They're doing it because they're not understanding the journey, and they just want their, that person back because they don't understand the level of consciousness that you're getting to. So truths. Love it. And truths are coming to you too. Winter. I'm in Canada, so we're at the tail end of winter now. Many of you came into a lot of communication over the winter, and you were kind of like blind to it. You didn't even know that there was communication. You were being communicated to. So I always said, don't always look for it in the most conventional way. Sometimes the universe is communicating with you. A lot of you did get communication in the winter. A lot of you are receiving traction. A lot of you have made commitments to each other. And I love it. I love it so much. And, and some of you went into separation in the winter, physical separation. But just remember that physical separation is just that. It's physical. Because if you're truly on this journey, you have an eternal bond, a connection within that cannot be broken. And physical is just matter, and you have to get to that place of true love and purity and innocence. Because the divine wants, if you come back into physical unity, they want that purity and that innocence. You have to cleanse the soul, so to speak, and that's the chakra, and that's the ascension flu, and that's everything that comes with it. So again, I love it. I love it so much. That's that. I've got 4 other messages I want to give to you today. I was told to give these cards. They were all mumbly jumbly in my... I always look at everything as a sign. I'm just like, it's meant to be. Whatever, I don't fix them. I don't... Whatever... The way they're meant to be is the way they're meant to be. But this card was up. And... it was face up, so you see how these are both this way, and when I put them down, this card was there. And again, marriage, matrimony. If you endeavor the journey and you go through all these tests, primarily of your ego and unconditional love and faith and truth within yourself, you will celebrate matrimony. And I love it. I love it so much. And both the divine masculine and the divine feminine, they want that matrimonial bliss. So I love it. I love that card. So I'm just going to call out to my guardian angels for 4 cards. Different messages here. But I was told to use them today. And I'm going to call out for 4 cards, please. Oh my gosh. 2 cards, please. Two cards, please. One card, please. Thank you. Okay. Can't be cheated. So the message is connect with nature. It's come out twice now, so it's very, very important to get out into nature. Ground yourself, breathe in the fresh air. Some of you may have some confusion and some doubt, and that is the 3D influence coming in. That's what happens. Your ego's tested. But, getting out into nature will help you ground yourself. And it says here, you are rejuvenated and inspired by spending time outdoors. Stuff can't be cheated. I have this vegetarian card, and I find this very odd because it says a new way of eating gives you more energy, greater health, clarity, and stronger manifestation abilities. And the reason why I find this card so freaking weird is about a month ago I became a vegetarian. I just stopped because I had that terrible ascension flu, and it scared me a little because I was extremely ill. And again, I get these signs and these symptoms because I already had the ascension flu last year, but maybe you get the ascension flu every time you navigate through the chakra system. I don't know. But it scared me. And I'm like, you know what, I'm 50, and yeah, I gotta look after this heart. So I became a vegetarian. And I don't know how long I'm gonna do it, but it's a healthier way of living, and it's a healthier way of eating. And ironically, some of these things, when you navigate through the journey, you're meant to eat, you're meant to cleanse your body, you're meant to adapt a healthier eating stuff. If that makes any sense. And it's just crazy how that card came out. Yeah. So basically, eat healthier. That was another thing I had in there. Nourish your temple. Nourish the temple that houses your soul. Because this journey makes you very vulnerable. It gives you sleepless nights. Some of you don't eat. You don't get the proper exercise. So, very important message. Flower power. And it says, spend time with flowers and flower essences to increase your personal healing power. There's a very powerful message here. Nature, flowers, flowers are very healing. I always have flowers, but they're very, very healing, and it gives you just that personal healing power. And lastly, birthday. A significant birthday holds the answer to your question. So, that's your truths. So a significant birthday holds the answer to your question. So, again, different messages, different type of messages. So I'm done with that. I'm going to go to animal spirit now. Divine Feminine always first. I'm going to call out to my guardian angels for one card. These cards are hard to work with. So if one comes out, I'll take it. If one flips up this way, I'll take it. I think this came out the other day. Calling out for masculine animal spirit. Sorry. Thank you. That's so nice. I love it. The squirrels make me laugh because I've been so busy lately. Running around. Spring is in the air. Believe in yourself. Divine Feminines, believe in yourself. You're beautiful. You're absolutely gorgeous, and you're worthy. 57. This came out the other day on my live, I believe. So the message needs to be told again. That's why they come out. Believe in yourself. You have accumulated wisdom and experience and surrounded by all you need. An abundance of resources is available to you through generosity of spirit and all your hard work. Squirrel spirit shows up when you need reminding that the acorns you have gathered and stowed away have enormous potential to grow. So relax into knowing that there is always enough, and you will have what it takes to co-create the reality you want to experience. Through diligent preparation, you have gained wisdom and strength. How much potential you have. Believe in yourself, for Spirit believes in you and wants you to know that you have enough and you are enough. Doesn't that truth make you feel safe and secure? It should, for you have everything you need right now. Why does that truth keep coming out? The truth card, everything. You have everything you need. You go within for your truth. And number 66, White Raven Spirit, trust in the magic. I love it. I love it so much. This is such a magical journey. It is magic. Blessings, miracles, so many things. Never seen this card before. Trust in the magic. Nothing in the universe is random, for the intricate web of co-creation weaves together all events and has done so since the beginning of time. Coincidences have meaning, and White Raven Spirit appears to remind you to pay attention to these synchronicities so that you may recognize patterns. I cannot believe this. Even the winds dance in pattern, participating in the magic of Spirit's plan for all. Align with the highest good and intentions, and you will come to see that White Raven is guiding you, and an ally to you, and a messenger from Spirit. Align with the light, and you will start to recognize all is working together in harmoniously, in ways the eye can't always see, and the mind can't always comprehend. The universe is conspiring on your behalf right now, drawing you to the light and bringing you to the magic of miracles that are your birthright. Now is the time to trust in the magic of the world, and that everywhere in all things, pay attention to how things come together, as if by magic, and you will see the hand of Great Spirit arranging things in your favor. The light bulb. Align with the light. This is too crazy, and it says all the signs and synchronicities, patterns. Pay attention. This is truly, truly, truly your journey, if this is happening to you. And I love it. I love it so much. And lastly, this loving message to take with you today, tonight, morning, wherever you may be. You guys make me laugh because people are like, oh, it's trending. I love it. I love it so much. It makes me laugh, but it's such a good feeling, you know, to say that. And yeah, I want to give you guys, I want to make t-shirts for you. Okay, one card, please, guardian angels. One card, please. Thank you. Oh, two, sorry. One card, please. Thank you. So, front, back, and it says, trust in the healing power of love, for it's only through love that happiness is possible. Observe that all transpires, but don't get emotionally attached. The storm will clear. You can be of assistance of the ones you love, only if you remain positive. Absolutely. This journey is about healing and the power of love. And, you know, it says observe. That's what I've been saying. And, you know, just love. And again, you know, I want to thank you all so much for the love, the likes, the subs. If this resonates, kindly thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, kindly sub. And again, I love you all so, so much. And many blessings on your journey. Have a great day, folks.